What's up, guys? Can everybody hear me okay? How's the quality? Let's see here. No, that's not. Yeah, that's what I want. What's up? Sound is good. All right, good. Video looks okay. Nice. How's everybody doing Wednesday evening for most everyone, I guess. Quality's good. Nice. We got Phoenix, Dadzilla, Pick Six Brett, Elijah, Goku, what's up, dude? Least word. Matt, I throw bombs. What's going on, guys? Almost everyone. We're getting there. What's up, Jay Hill? Starting a little stream. I know last week was short because I was traveling. So, we tried to do the stream in the car and it just wasn't great. I think the cell phone connection wasn't great, and just trying to stream in the car was pretty bad. So we had to cut that one short, but we'll be back to regular stuff now. So should be good. What's up, Carlton? They're bombing on you. Yeah, we'll talk a little bit about bombs today. I just kind of wanted to go over what the state of bombing the ball in Madden is right now. And I don't think it's what everyone has this like super negative connotation to it. It's bombing's not what it was before the Quest for 3 promo. So right before the Quest for 3 promo, there was like a legitimate strategy or legitimate, I guess, quote unquote cheese to bombing, because you could stack offensive coaches and you could throw the ball like 90 to 95 yards in the area. I did it on stream a few times. Like it was super easy. What's up, Paul? So Joseph, what's going on, man? And I think that what people didn't realize was coaches were kind of getting you into a place where you were getting like an exponential increase in throw power and speed and all this crazy stuff above 125 stats, which is why it was so crazy. Is you just toss the ball up and it would go like 90 yards. So what happened was, with the Quest for 3 promo, they made coaches readily available, but what I started to notice was that coaches didn't have the same effect, like specifically Pro Bowl Tomlin and my double offensive coaches like Pagano and McCarthy, which I was using. And what I noticed was I was throwing the ball just as far without those coaches in as I was with them in. So I started doing some more testing, and what I've come to the conclusion is that you do not basically get much of a benefit, if at all, from having coaches try to boost you beyond 125. So the big thing previously was coaches take you over 125, which they still do visually, but for gameplay, I don't really see a difference beyond 125. So what that means for you is that, can you still bomb it? Absolutely. But it's nowhere near as effective as it was, and I guarantee you're not going to throw the ball 90 yards. So, I mean, you're going to have a lot more contested catches. And, I mean, the way the game's always been, even last year, bombs worked to an extent, but you were always throwing it up in, like, one-on-one coverage, and it was kind of a toss-up whether it was going to get picked or, like, bobbled or whatever it was. And that's kind of the state it's in now. Does it still work? Absolutely, because your receiver can come down. We have super wins and things like that that make it easy. But in no way do I think that it is what it was, and it's very easy to stop. Now, conversely, I think that I do think that all other playing styles have been like like boosted beyond what they ever have been, because you've now nerfed both stats exceeding 125, so that affects bombs on offense. It also affects defense. Like Pro Bowl Tomlin, it doesn't really matter anymore. I mean, it matters from like an overall perspective, and you know, if your players aren't at 125 stats, like he'll boost them to that and things like that. But the Pro Bowl Tomlin teams aren't flying around like they used to. The defensive ends aren't nearly as fast. The safeties and the linebackers, like no, they're not running around like catching people from behind. That's why plays like PAFL middle is so effective. You know, I hit a 6% counter, but you know, you can get your tight end behind coverage, and he'll run away from them. So previously with Pro Bowl Tomlin, you weren't getting away with that. That they were closing in on your players too fast. Like you weren't able to get that kind of stuff done. Just like, you know, across the board, I'm going to try to throw it here if I can. I couldn't get it off. Across the board, you know, offense is just a bit easier since they made that change. I know. Those tequila flights were ridiculous. I probably won't grind this season. I've got a lot going on in my personal life right now. So, and that's also why I had to stop. That's also why I had to stop last season grinding. Was some stuff happened, and you know, so I'm gonna be trying to stream every week for you guys. Still try to get out some more videos. If you guys liked like the head-to-head video that I did, I'm going to try to do some more videos like that. But I probably won't be grinding head-to-head anytime soon. So, you know, I'll play where I can. I've been doing League v League, you know, once a day, but ultimately I haven't been able to spend a lot of time in the game, and you know, it's just part of life. So try to hit Moss on the corner out. Yeah, it happens. I try to do wide receiver corner. I don't know if I just called this or not. I honestly can't remember. I just didn't mean to throw it to that guy. And I'm going to be a little bit rusty today. I mean, honestly, this is the first head-to-head game I've played in forever. I mean, at least a week, if not more. So all my playtime's been on League v League. I've got my defensive lineup in. That's why I've got Powell in there. It's okay. But even plays like that, like you notice how Powell kind of like ran away from everybody there? And this guy clearly has defensive boosters in him. He's got 131 overall players running around on the field. And the fact that Powell's able to run away from his defense is just like, yeah, I mean, obviously the coaches aren't having an effect, so. Oh, it's not showing me as number 1 anymore, probably because, so they more than likely did some sort of a content update, and whenever they do like maintenance or content update, what it'll do is it'll adjust the leaderboard, the head-to-head leaderboards. This has happened for like 2 or 3 years now. Anytime they do any sort of update, if you don't play a head-to-head match, then you basically will get taken off the leaderboard until you play another match. So the fact that we're playing right now should alleviate that. It should get me back on the leaderboard. You know, it'll probably take like 30 minutes or so, and then I'll show back up. But that's just, yeah, that's normal. I haven't, and that's just a byproduct of me not playing for a while, is that when they do like a content update like that, then you will end up seeing people disappear off the leaderboard. Usually you'll see a bunch of posts on like Mudhead or Reddit or something like that. People will be like, oh, I went up 200 ranks in head-to-head, but it's just until people log back in and start playing again. But I think what it helps to do is like clear out the inactives, you know, people that haven't been playing as much, or you know, if the account got banned or whatever it might be. Then I think banning takes you off automatically, actually. If you get banned, then you just get removed from the leaderboard. But yeah, if you're inactive or haven't played in a while or something like that, it'll take you off until you play again. What's up, Be the Monster? What's up, Swag? Are there any other things on offense you can take advantage of beside the mini juke? Yeah, I mean, stiff arm is a huge one for me. You know, I've been preaching stiff arm all year for the most part. I think that it's one of the most effective ones once you learn how to do it, and I think that it's pretty easy to get a hold of it. You know, it's just a matter of timing for the most part, but it's really effective at kind of like giving yourself some separation and buying maybe 4 or 5 extra yards, sometimes more. I'm gonna see if I can't get this is a good scramble play actually. So get a little mini juke with Mayfield. But I think that yeah, sometimes with the mini juke coming, I think juking to the inside is actually a little bit harder for me than juking to the outside. Kind of forced that one in there. I think Ingram gave himself some bad position on that play. It's good quick science. They'll be countered. Let's just try to bullet it. We'll do motion cross. Just like to scramble on this one. Slide. Let's go back to PAFL middle. We got dime. Should be able to hit the tight end here. But right, that separation right there. I mean, this is a 119, so you guys really does. It's not. With a 119, it's not as, I guess, cool getting separation, but the amount of separation that you get on plays like that. Nothing. No, I'm drinking Gatorade tonight. I've been, I got murdered by allergies in the last week, and so I've had just kind of like a nasty allergy cold for the last few days. So no alcohol tonight, just some electrolytes. So this is what I'm talking about with bombing. So that's a bomb, but do you see how slow the pass was getting to him? The ball went far, yes, but it didn't go with velocity. So the fact that it just stayed in the air allowed his safety and his cornerback to catch up to my tight end. So it was basically thrown into double coverage by the time the ball got there. So stuff like that, that's what I'm talking about. I could have gotten lucky there. He could have grabbed the ball for a super win. You know, that happens. But in no way, shape, or form, prior to this getting updated, that ball would have gone so fast that he would have been running all alone. Well, not all alone, but he would have been running in front of them, and the ball would have got there. And what it means when he's in front of them and the ball gets there that fast, then it's it's almost a 0% chance for an interception, because the only way it's going to get intercepted. Oh, a guy hit as I threw is going to be picked. The only way that you get intercepted if you throw it, if the ball's behind the receiver, if it's not underthrown, is if it gets tipped by a receiver into the defender's hand. So after this match, I just got to remember, I got to go back and put in my offensive lineup. I've got just a straight defensive lineup in here. So one other thing I guess to keep in mind now, especially with throw power being a little bit nerfed. So let's try it again. So let's toss it up. This time he actually got some separation. We threw it a little bit earlier, which means that he got in front of them. But again, that's what I was talking about. He didn't catch it. He bobbled it. And what that means for us is that they could have picked it off, because bobbles do lead to a lot of interceptions. And I noticed some players will get more of those than others. Guys like Ronnie Lott and Rashad Jones, I think, show up a lot on tipped balls. But I see more interceptions from guys like Steve Atwater and Landon Collins, like, just in traffic for the ball. So that animation right there on spread slot flags is just unfortunately a nasty one that's really common, that you will get a wide open drop like that. I haven't figured out a way of like bullet versus lob to stop that one, but it is really kind of a pain that you have to deal with that, because that's a kind of a bailout play for me and I think a lot of people. And see if we can't get away from this here. And it sucks when you get that dime coverage and you've got like the tight end wide open and it just hits him in the hands and he drops it. Like that's one of the more frustrating ones for me, for sure. How do you pass the 300-yard pass challenge? I got lucky, I guess, because I passed it on my first try, and then I went on and I saw a lot of people posting about how hard it was. So I guess I just got lucky with it, and then let's take out Foles, throw in Antonio Brown. Yeah, I mean, we can. I don't know. I guess I can repeat it and see if I can beat it again. I just threw Hail Mary every time, personally. Which one is it on? Is it challenging? Rush for 100, pass for 300. Okay. Chicken Mobile, man. Yeah, good game for sure. We've had like our last week has been insane. Like we've had so many top 25 matchups and they've all been like so close, like down to the wire. So absolutely good game to you guys. Yeah, I got that Orlando Brown, or I'm sorry, the Orlando Pace card. Like the first week he came out, I think he was like 6 or 7 million, maybe. I don't remember. He was a lot. Like I spent like pretty much all my coins, but I think he's worth it. My opinion of Antonio Brown. I like him. I think he's a good receiver. I also like Blake Allen. Thanks for the sub. So I do like him. I think he's got good stats. I think he plays well. I got him at wide receiver 2 because I feel like his blocking stats are pretty good. So that's why he's there. But yeah, I mean, he's got a great boost, like the awareness plus the neutralizer plus great stats. Is high overall. Like you really can't. His height's the only thing, but I don't really think height plays that much of a factor. So. Let's see here. PA post. I haven't used it. I know a lot of people. I see a lot of people use that play. I'm sure there's some merit to it because I see it used a lot and with success. I haven't put any time to really like research the play or like try it out. What's up, Eric? Thanks for the sub. But I think that yeah, I mean it's absolutely a tool in the toolbox, and it's another thing that like from a defensive side of things that opponents have to worry about. If they know that you can run that play with success, then they have to consider putting that in their game plan, and that takes away opens up other options. So as many good plays as you can have in your toolbox is going to make you a better player. But I don't know that I would like lean on it, but I know that I see a lot of people rushing with that play with their QB. And I guess that I have called it previously because I was looking. I remember at one point in the year I was looking at plays that had the same route as the bunch PA pin deep. That kind of like not necessarily a post route. I guess you consider it like a post route, but like deep, almost like the deep post route for the wide receiver 1. So I was looking at plays or like PA deep attack has that. I was like thinking about like flipping it and looking for those same coverages. I really couldn't find anything that gave me consistency like PA pin deep did. But I have had success with that particular route. And I know you've got like the crossing route for the tight end, which can be nice, but you kind of have to roll the opposite way, I think, for that to be good. So I don't know. I just didn't never spend enough time with it really to get great at it. But all right, let's. So this is what I did the first time I played this. I literally just went in here and just threw it up to Thielen, and I just that's all I did. I just went Hail Mary and I threw it to Thielen pretty much every time. And then I had some success with it. Like, I don't know why, but like he just kept coming down with the ball when I was doing this originally. And I think he got like one super win once. And I think that, I don't know. I think you just have to get like luck sometimes, right? Like there, he caught it again. Again, I'm a big believer in the skill button. I still don't think it does anything, but like him coming down in double coverage with the ball when I hit the skill button, I don't know. As much as I hear other people complaining about this this event, like I just don't think that it's necessarily like that hard. I think you just have to play it enough to get lucky enough times, but maybe you do have to get lucky. Maybe you have to get like a super win with Thielen where he takes it deep. So what are we we're halfway there. We've only got 4 more attempts. So we're going to have to get lucky here, I think. Like I probably shouldn't be throwing it into double coverage at this point with him. Like that throw's probably safe. That was only 26 yards though, probably not enough yardage that we need. So let's throw it to like Treadwell. It was triple coverage, and he came down with it too. That's good. So we have one more attempt. We need 90 yards here. I don't really see that happening without like an insane amount of luck, but let's try it again. Let's see if we can't get lucky on the second attempt. PA clear out is what you used. I mean, I think that any go route, I mean, that's literally all I would do. The wide receiver is so slow. I got hit as I threw. The wide receiver is so slow that he actually gets himself into better position on these throws than he normally would. So I think that it's actually a little bit better throwing to a slower receiver here because the quarterback doesn't have really high throw power. And your wide receiver's kind of getting, into a good position, like underneath. And so as long as you can get the catch, now I've had, what is that, like 4 drops now? So I think that there is a lot of luck involved here. So we're getting 26 yards. Probably not enough for for this to go all the way. All right, so I threw it to Diggs. We picked up some more yards there. We got double coverage. Trying to hit Treadwell, see if he can get one-on-one. So you actually want the receiver to slow down on those type of routes where he's running like straight up with the cornerback, because that's going to get you that inside. If he runs behind him, you're kind of screwed. But it does kind of suck that the quarterback can't really throw it deep. Clear out gives you 40. All right, we'll run clear out on the next one. See if we can get anything different. Oh, we got lucky with Diggs. Oh, he's so slow. And I still don't think we can even pass it. But, hey, we got a... Look at Rudolph coming down with it. All right. Slot attack gets you 41. So somebody said clear out. Let's run clear out and see what we get here. So we got Chev. Yeah, you may actually end up getting better coverages with clear out. You are right about that. I was thinking about that because you have less receivers going out, especially against zone like that. I don't even know. Does he even have a chance to get a super win with those type of throws? Oklahoma drill. I had a lot of trouble with Oklahoma drill. I mean, I beat it, but I was having issues getting it done. I tried a bunch of the different strategies that people were talking about, and I think in the end, I just kind of just like did it until I felt comfortable. I think you just have to do it enough to get an idea for like where the block is getting set, and then just getting a little bit lucky with the way that the defender takes his pursuit angles. All right, so we are getting more success. All right, well, we're getting deeper at least. That's good. What did we get there? 40? Oh, we got 50 yards there. Okay. So maybe we just need to wait a little bit longer to throw it. It's possible that's what's going on here. See if we can get it to Rudolph. The other ones, they were covering Thielen pretty well. And that's the downside, I guess. If you end up with man coverage, you'll get double covered. Oof. I didn't really have a lot of time there. I guess you can't really afford to take those little dump offs, though. There we go. All right. I think I got this. I think if I don't get this on the next, if I don't get get it on this one, I'm going to get it on the next one for sure. So I think it's our best score so far. I mean, theoretically, we can still win if we get a super win. Nope. Got hit as I threw. I think it's there. I think it's just so extremely small you can barely see it. But I do think it's there. Felt like Rudolph had the better chance for that pass, but if they keep giving me double coverage, we're going to be in trouble. All right. Not a good start to this round. I felt a little confident after the last one, but not so confident anymore. Let's try it again. As long as he doesn't throw it out of bounds. Okay, so we got that one. 43 yards. I'll take it. See if we can't get back-to-backs. That would help us out a lot. Oh, now I threw it out of bounds. I threw it off my back foot. I had like a blitz coming in. All right. Trying to wait as long as possible to throw the ball, but it's hard because my offensive line sucks, and if they blitz, you're kind of screwed. Or if they break through the line. All right, we're not. We've completed like one pass so far. Peter's given us, and this is, I guess this comes down to, yeah, it's not even registering. You're right. I don't even see the super win bar. Is it just for him? Maybe? Do we get it for anyone? Well, that wasn't good. It's not good to get sacked right before, like right. Yeah, it seems like the defense just stepped up its blitz game versus us here. So, I guess that's the big downside to play action is if you get blitzed, you're kind of screwed. Trying to hit Rudolph. No, picked off again. So we'll give it one more try after this one, and if I don't beat it, then we're going back to head-to-head. But I guess you could say I got really lucky then if I beat it on my first try. So I feel fortunate about that. There we go. First pass, first completion. Got double coverage. Thielen couldn't come down with it. It's okay. You got a corner blitz there, so anytime you get blitzed, I feel like especially with play action, it kind of puts you in a bad spot. Now Thielen just screwed himself there. If he gets behind, when you have a slow wide receiver, if they get behind, oh my god, this is so obnoxious. I don't think I can do play action anymore. Let's run like empty trip stick maybe. But I think this is going to be just as bad. Yeah. What else would be good? What could we try? Could do PA Algo. Let's go to the 98 Prom Special. So, there we go. Good positioning. Nice. I like it. All right, PA Algo's got to be the winner here, the way to go. Let's get Rudolph. He grabbed it. Some yards after the catch. All right, so we're in a hole. We can dig our way out. I like where we're at. Oh my god. As if it's not hard enough, just getting your receivers to catch the ball. Now, halfback screen's going to run into the same trouble that you're going to run into on stuff like this, because you can get sacked so easy on halfback screen because you're literally letting the defense run through the line. So when you have a shitty team, the last thing you want to do is try to run like screen plays like that, especially if it's a blitz. So yeah, both of those routes were double covered. We got lucky with the double coverage. All right, so we didn't pass it. Try some slants and drags. All right, we're gonna move back to head-to-head. Maybe we'll come back to that if we need to. Eli, thanks for the sub, man. So we got a 119 again. He's converted. Yeah, I mean, I think that any bomb route, you just have to get lucky with a couple of the passes, I think, and you're good. But like I said, I ran Hail Mary when I first did it, and I passed it with like an extra 5-10 yards or something like that. But I mean, I think that the Conquerors events are just like pure frustration for people, and I don't know. I don't know what my feelings are about them. Like on one hand, I think it's cool that they've made like something hard, but it just feels like excessive. You know, one downside with the updates and everything like that is that when bombing became kind of like common practice for a lot of leagues and a lot of people in head-to-head, it's super unfortunate that bunch flanker drive has a go route, and you end up having a lot of people counter bunch flanker drive now just to stop the go route. And it was such a consistent play for me on like second and third down, even fourth down previously, where I would feel pretty confident calling it because it didn't have a lot of good combos. I think like post corners and like trips deep attack, something like that. So it just sucks that it's kind of been taken out of my playbook, so to speak, because it's not a play I'm going to call on first down very often unless I'm like inside the 20-yard line. But I just don't feel like it has a ton of home run potential. It's like Antonio Brown is so good on those crossing routes like that. He's amazing in open space. Trips corner strike's another play I've been coming back to. Again, with the nerf and the defenses and everything like that, that's become a play that's much more viable now. So I think I've been using Jerry Rice at wide receiver 1 with a ton of success. And I think it has a lot to do with route running personally. And I think he has one of the highest route runnings in the game. And I think that those like complicated routes like that help a lot to have a wide receiver with high route running in there. What's up, Andre? Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Yeah, you guys were tough. Like I said, we've had like nonstop matches against like really, really good leagues, and we've gotten lucky on a bunch of them. And but all of them were like played really well. And props to all the leagues we've played recently. What routes from last season do I miss? Honestly, I was trying to think about that. I liked cross-in a lot. That was a good play. I'm trying to remember like even what plays we don't have that we had last year that I used like all the time. And I don't think there's a lot, but honestly, I am kind of blanking on like what playbook plays there were last year. Oh, I thought I could sneak in on the edge there, but I didn't quite make it. No, you know what, Carlton? I didn't like tight end corner. I know everybody loved tight end corner, but I think that I don't know why, but that tight end route just I couldn't make it work for me last year. It was like too weird the way that he did like the little out and then went up and out. I don't know. I just didn't like it. I didn't really run it, and I felt like it was countered all the time. So yeah, overall, I wasn't a big fan. I know double slants. I actually, towards the end of last year, started using double slants pretty consistently. And I really liked that you could run it versus counters, because you had like the little bailout to the tight end versus counters. And Jesus, how many packs are we going to have to open? Okay, there we go. So yeah, I liked... Oops, I spilled some Gatorade on my phone. I like that, yeah, the bailout play and then the slant routes could be money. That you could be taken to the house a bunch of times with double slants. So that was a fun play. I'm trying to think of anything else. The goal line play that I use. Goal line was deep curls. We got deep curls is what I've been using. Well, that and flipped fullback flare, obviously. I mean, that one's been my go-to. But deep curls is super consistent, and it's rarely countered. So it's pretty good once you kind of figure out the timing on it and what to look out for. I think it's a great goal line play. Well, within the 6. So let's see here. What are we gonna run? Was that 100% countered? I didn't see. No, it was only 16. I tried to. So if I had Vic there, that would have been a lot different. But I thought I could like sneak up, which I actually got it, but it was a little dangerous of a play. Even a left-handed quarterback like Vic, that direct scrambling that direction will work a lot better. You know, obviously you can do it the other direction with a right-handed quarterback. I think you saw me do it on the last drive with. You saw me do it on the last drive with. What's his face? Mayfield on flanker's spot. Yeah, that's what I did on. Get Rice here. So we can create some space. Let's go bunch flanker drive. And see if we can't punch it in here. Rice with a touchdown. My screen's frozen? Uh-oh. Okay. Gotta fix it. Please hold for technical difficulty, something or other. Let's see here. There we go. All right, I'm fixing it. I'm not feeling too good. What's up, Seth? Yeah, deep curls you can get picked on. It kind of depends on what happens. Like, it can get tipped at the line and then, like, picked off. Oh, man, what's going on with this thing? It's annoying. Let's see. Alright, for whatever reason, my app is not happy, but I'm going to restart it one more time. See if I can do it. Get RG3. Here's the downside, guys. I have not been playing, like, much. I've been logging in for my League v League drives, and that's about it. So I haven't had the chance to grind any promos. I didn't play last weekend's tournament. I haven't done, like, I've done, like, a few of the Campus Hero events, but, like, I just don't have, I haven't put any of the time into the game to be able to get any of the new players that are coming out, so I think it's relatively impossible for me to be able to get RG3 or any of the like maxed out Campus Heroes at this point, which sucks because I think there's a few good ones in there, but I don't know, maybe, and I have no coins either. Like, I'm pretty much out of coins, and I mean, I might be kind of screwed until next season unless I start playing a little bit more and grinding out some promos and selling stuff. So who knows? I mean, we've got golden tickets coming out, which I'm sure are going to be like batshit crazy expensive. Should have slid there. And maybe there'll be some money making opportunities there. I don't know. Oh, they're not auctionable, the Campus Heroes? Well, in that case, yeah, I'm definitely not getting them. So yeah, there's no chance I'm getting those players. I think I have like I think right now I have 110 Bruce Smith done. I think that's as far as I've gotten. Last Dragon. Thanks, man. I love when the players break tackles and you don't even have to do like a skill move or anything. Feels good. I don't know, that throw felt really dangerous to me. Like, the ball came out awkwardly, and I think if that linebacker had stepped up and made a play, he would have picked that for sure. What do you disagree with, Carlton? Oh, that I'm the best game changer. Okay, so what should we call here? Let's try clear out. It's probably going to be countered. No, it's not countered. I don't really trust that route to Rice. Honestly, I was countered. I'm glad I didn't throw it. I've just gone away from go routes. I mean, you can still call them for sure, but I just feel like with the update, it's made like the stuff that I used to do so much better that it's better now than even to me. It's better now than what it was with go routes. So, and it's a lot more fun. Like, being able to call bigger variety of plays is, I think, more fun for the player, or for me at least. I guess I should say. Wow, look at that move by Moss. That was insane. Just threw that guy off of him. So yeah, I mean, I'm having more fun playing this style, and this has always been the way I've played. I mean, since last year. But I mean, I'm always gonna do, for the most part, I go with what's most efficient, like the most efficient and successful, like statistically in my mind, successful way to score is usually what I'm gonna do. So I don't really hold back in terms of play calling. He's also, his name is Beast Mode. Go routes aren't cheesy. They're not. They're all luck driven at this point. So look at this throw. Rice doesn't have any separation. Like, that was just a crapshoot. Like, he very well could have caught that pass. He's one-on-one. Like, I consider that a 50-50 throw. You know, you can get lucky 3 times with those, but that's no different than it's ever been in Madden. You know, it's always been an option to throw deep routes one-on-one. But the only cheese I think that really was there was when you were able to exploit the double offensive coaches, when you could, or if you had like a maxed out elite coach like Andy Reid or Pro Bowl Sean Payton, you know, they had the ability to throw the ball like 90 yards, and the velocity of the throw was what mattered, because the ball was always, if you got your receiver behind the cornerback, the ball was always on target. It was never underthrown. So that made it so that you were very, very likely not to get intercepted. Now, with where it is now, you can't say the same thing about that. Like, I'll toss it deep again here. And, well, I got sacked, but let's try to get a conversion, and then we'll look at another. I got sacked. But people are going to complain about people that throw deep, and that's just how it's been for 2 years in Madden. Everybody hates people that throw deep, but you take a risk every time you throw it deep now, because the defenders are going to be close by. You just don't get that same separation. Like Pagano and McCarthy are you know, there's no point to doubling them up anymore. So like, this throw would have been money back before the update. Look how close his receivers are. Now we got lucky, so we got lucky with the super win. Do you see how close his cornerbacks were to the receiver there? Like, there's no way that you're consistently getting that done. And if you are, then you're just like, you're taking advantage of like maybe a lower matchup or something like that. But I think at the end of the day, like, you're always going to have that type of luck involved in the game. But if there's a defender right there to make a play, then in my mind, I'm okay with that. I'm willing to let people take that risk of throwing bombs against me if I know my defensive backs are going to have a chance to make a play at the ball. Let's throw a couple more. All right, so Rice is just making me look good here, catching everything for a super win. And I don't know what the overall of the guy we're playing is right now. A 126. So, I mean, you're going to get that kind of stuff. Yeah, I mean, you're going to give up bombs. That's just the way it is. But I guarantee you, like, I can tell you this much. We were playing, we played lots of leagues that throw bombs. And generally speaking, teams don't score very well against us. Like, I think the match we just finished was a top 20 matchup, and like our points per drive was like 5.4 or something like that, and like they were like 5.2. And we throw bombs. Like, I haven't been throwing bombs, but I know a lot of our players throw bombs. But if it's that good and it's that cheesy, like, you'd see much higher scores. You'd see like 7 points per drive if it was that good. 5 points per drive is terrible. Um, so especially for like a top 25 league, like we did not play well at all. And I'm seeing way more interceptions, but it's kind of like it's a hit or miss, right? You're gonna see a one play touchdown for a long ball, and then you're gonna see like an interception. But yeah, I mean you're having a lot less chance to get intercepted because you might be throwing 4 or 5 total passes. So if it's a 50-50 shot, like, you might see a bunch of one play touchdowns. That's just how the game is. It also kind of matters what your quarterback throw power is. So I said this when they originally updated stats to 125. I said that I don't think coaches made as big of a difference anymore. And then they nerfed coaches after that. So the fact that 125 stats exist, like, the game is just like, that's how it is. You know what I've been seeing more than long pass plays is I've been seeing nonstop super long run plays. Like, I've been seeing 50, 60, 70-yard one-play run touchdowns against us by top leagues, like, more than bombs. And that all comes down to the difference in coaches again. And the fact that Pro Bowl Tomlin is no longer a factor, like, he was destroying runs when he was active and, like, working the way he should have been. And now, since the defense is not running around like crazy fast people, like, running is easy. It is super easy. And then the fact that they just released John Madden, and you can boost your running team, like any players that weren't already 125 stats, he pretty much has taken them there. Like, all in all, it's just, like, running has become the new bomb, in my mind. I'm seeing one-play touchdowns from the start on, like, blast, double counter, cutback, like, any run play, stretch. Like, they're just taking it to the house, especially in League v League where it's all pro. I've been seeing way more leagues just leaning on running than I have anything else. So, like, the fact that I got away from his defensive end right there would never, ever, ever, ever happen if coaches were working the way that they used to. Like, defensive ends were running down 125 speed receivers. There's no way you could have gotten the ball by them. So, like, stuff like that is just, like, I'm pretty sure I could call nothing but run plays and just march my way down the field here. And you guys know I suck at running. Like, I'm the worst runner, I think, of people. Like, I cannot get any run plays to work normally. And I'm just picking up first downs super easy here. What else do we call? What are popular run plays? This is one of them. I think this is bunch dive. Everybody always calls that. Just come up the middle. We're on blast. Halfback counter. I always see people run cutback. Cutback's like a third down play, right? Yeah, apparently. Double counter, trip side and halfback counter, FL reverse. Yeah, they're all good run plays, right? 45 base is cheese. I mean 16 is, I think, just an okay score. I mean, it doesn't matter who you're playing against. 16 is 2 scores. I don't think it's good. I don't think it's bad. I think it's just, like, okay. I personally am not happy unless I score 3 touchdowns. And even if I score 3 touchdowns, if I only get like an 18 and miss all my 2-point conversions, I usually am more unhappy than if I scored 2 touchdowns. I guess tight end halfback counters. Well, somebody said 45 base, right? Yeah, let's check out this play. This is just like a little draw play. Okay. Yeah, it didn't work so well. And I think double counter is like a good one because you get like dime formation. So assuming you get the right blocks, I guess that makes sense. Yeah, you can pick up some big gains. Here's I'm gonna say FL reverse. Yeah, I don't think that worked too well. Bunch dive. Let's go toss. Fullback dive is cheesy. Why is it cheesy? I mean, I don't really see it being that good of a play. Let's try off tackle. What else? We got stretch. We didn't stretch yet. There we go. Get into the touchdown. QB draw. I actually like QB draw. In previous running tournaments, I like to run QB draw on like third or fourth and long, and usually you get pretty good coverage, pretty favorable coverage. Let's do some more running. Yeah, I already did my League v League drives. I think we're gonna lose this tournament. We're playing. Who are we playing? SFDQ number 10. Yeah, we're gonna lose. We beat them earlier in the week, and so they came back for revenge, and they're putting a beating on us right now. So, Hillary, what's up? Thanks for the sub. I guess I should put in a coach. I don't think I have Madden maxed out. Locker room. We got Pete Carroll in. Take him out. We can put in John Madden. I have level 4. I guess that's good enough. He probably won't be active since I already started this drive, though. View counter's off? Why are you off? It says 32. Are we not at 32 right now? What are we at right now? Somebody tell me. Yeah, Barkley's good, man. Oh, we're at 42. Oh, nice. Yeah, I don't know why the counter's not working. That's my alert box. Viewer count. Go to widget settings. 43 count. I don't know. Let's try that. Now it says 35. I don't know if that makes a difference. Why does it say 35? 34, 34, 43. I don't know, this counter's screwed up. I mean, it's updating. It's just not updating with what we see on there. All right, back to running. This is going to be countered. Let's go bunch dive. This is countered too. This guy's got a run game plan set up. I'm still determined this is going to be countered as well. Maybe not. Whoa, what a juke. Saving me. Let's go gut. This guy does not want us to run. But, unfortunately for him, There's nothing he can do to stop me from running these plays. Well, I mean, he technically could counter them. Let's see if he's got cutback in. Nope. Oh, what a nasty block. Oh, got crushed there. Let's run 45 base. Nothing. But he doesn't have toss in. Enough blocks. What else is open here? QB draw? Is this counter? No, it's not counter. Uh-oh. There he goes. Telling you, man, QB draw. It's the real deal. Yeah, QB sneak was legit. Like, I don't know when they had like it was 2 seasons ago. They had you could run it on 2-point conversions, and it was so legit. Put like Cam Newton in, sneak it up the middle, so automatic. And fake fullback toss is actually somewhat viable on like the same type of situations, like 3rd and 4th and long, because you get dime coverage like this, and so as long as you get like a couple blocks, you can sometimes pick up big gains. Obviously, nothing right there, but definitely is possible. You just have to take my word for it. Oh, I thought I could cut it outside and break it up again. That would have been nasty if I got 2 in a row. Let's try FL reverse again. All right, Jerry Rice. Go, Jerry. Let's go the other way with end around. Who do we got? Let's see if Antonio Brown's got some jets on him. Uh-oh. Woo. All right, not as good as Rice. But that's solid. I'll take 5 yards. What else do we got in our wheelhouse? Sweep? I don't know if I've run this one yet. Oh, no, I couldn't get away from him. All right, let's go back to cutback. All right, 4th down. I go with toss to the short side. You didn't get it. Oh, so close. Maybe I should have gone wrong side. Yeah, actually, I'm a fan. At first, when that card came out, I was like, no, I'm not going to get him. And then I decided to go ahead and opt for him because he would have a much higher base overall than Nick Foles. And I felt like it would help me get my offense overall up, which it did. So, you know, I was happy about that. And after using him for a while, I really like the way he plays. All right, now this guy is not letting us do anything. Let's go back to motion QB draw and see if we can't make something happen here. Okay. 3rd down. I guess cutback is our option. No, this doesn't look good. Not promising, at least. I made one guy miss, but I couldn't get the other one. So I guess that was what happens when you get... I mean, he had a pretty good run game plan set up, so I'm not too disappointed in that. We were running some crazy plays. All right, so I'm Elite 3. Somebody was saying to get into Elite 3 to spin versus them, right? So if you're in Elite 3 and you want to spin some matches, you better hop on now. Because I think I'm only going to stream for like another... We'll stream for like another 15 minutes. And then we'll stop. On a previous stream, you said someone told you if you get ghost countered, you can use the same play run after, it will work. It does not work. I mean, you may get lucky and not hit a frequency counter, but I mean, there's no like science behind it. Like the person that told me that said that like with certainty, if you get ghost countered, which ghost counters don't exist, you get there. I think what he's talking about is if you get blitzed and get tackled before you can like on those run plays where your quarterback gets tackled before he can hand it off, or like a play action play where you get tackled before you can do anything. In his mind, that's a ghost counter, and in his mind, if you run that play back to back after you get ghost countered, then you get like a easy conversion. Like your wide receiver won't drop the ball, you won't hit a frequency counter, and you'll gain like big yards. And it was just so ludicrous. And he just like, he's still on it. Like I see him post in like the community chats about it nonstop all the time. He's like, he won't believe anyone that tells him otherwise. All right, so back to running. Let's see if we have a run game plan set up. Right, so this play is definitely countered. Let's try bunch dive, also countered. Cutback. Let's see if we can't get a lot. There's too many defensive guys there. Let's go gut. This is open. All right, so not as many run plays as the last guy we played, which is good. What else is good to call? Stretch. This is open. All right, should we call it? All right, suit. I would assume he would consider that a ghost counter, so let's go right back to it. And then we got a big gain, so that's one. There's one for him. Let's go to... Are we going to consider that a ghost counter? Let's go back to it. Yeah, okay, so that didn't work. One for me. Let's go outback dive weak. This is countered. It's fourth down. Let's go back to QB draw. I'm gonna make this guy miss. Yeah. All right. We're back in business. Yeah, those blockers are idiots, man. They were just standing there. Such an idiot. This is countered. Frequency. I don't even remember what else was open. Gut was open. That's what it was. Oh, it's fourth down. I didn't realize. I wasn't even paying attention, to be honest with you. I don't play on console. I probably would, but I would have 0 life left, and it's a lot harder for me to do. I mean, I could play Madden like while I'm taking a dump at work, or like you can play Madden anywhere, like mobile, but console you have to be like set up at home. You have to be like present for the match that you want to play right then. Like it's dedicated time, and I feel like I just don't have as much of that, especially with a pregnant wife. So yeah. All right, gut. Matt, no, I suck at running, man. Like all this is just like I think I've only scored like a few times, so I'm definitely not very good at running. Someone said this play was cheese. We'll try it again. Didn't really get anywhere. I just feel like I can't run up the middle. Maybe that's what it is. Like I feel like I can do a decent job of running outside because I can do like a mini juke, and as long as I have a good juking halfback, like I feel like I make plays here and there, but consistently I'm just not great at spotting holes. especially when I have to run inside. So I spot, you know, I think I can guide my blockers decently when I'm running to the outside, but what that ends up happening for me is that I end up always trying to bounce it to the outside when I shouldn't, and then I get like tackled for unnecessary losses and whatnot. I don't really want to lose this drive, so I'm moving away from running. So I'm not running very well. So I say I'm not running very well, and then I scramble. So let's get some points on the board, and then we'll go back to running. That was a tight throw, double coverage. Ingram's just so good. He comes down with the ball so often. It's such a good play. And I think it was like 2 or 3 streams ago, and I was like, I don't know how to run this play, and I've just been running it kind of nonstop ever since, and I feel like I have a pretty good feel for it. So now I know why people like it so much. Did he take the ball out of the end zone? That's annoying. Or did he spin? I wasn't even watching. I was just hitting the skill button. Yep. Oh, no. Well, that was unfortunate. Hi, guys. My puppies just busted the door down. Like, they had enough of me not paying attention to them. And my wife's not here right now, so nobody's paying attention to them. Hi. Yeah, you being good? All right. Go over there. Yeah, let's not try to advertise any weird shit. I can't tell if you're joking or if you were trying to be serious right there, but 100% that's not legit, and nobody should listen to that. Oh, I said I was going to go back to running, and then I just started passing it again. I cheated a little bit. Yeah, I got a bronze team. If anybody wants to trade for my bronze team, let me know. Oh, man. King of the board players, do they have a 1% counter on all plays? Yeah, they are 1% on all plays. Or 3% on all plays if you maxed them out. But yeah, they do go across the board. Alright, so back to running. Seems like everyone we've played, I don't think that was countered, it was just bad coverage. Seems like everyone we played was, oh, this guy's got the maxed out tournament player. That's pretty cool. I wonder if he, is that, oh, that was a, okay, that would have been a ghost counter. Let's go back to it. See if we can't make it work again. Which we do. Can't pick up the first down, though. Call him bullshit. Okay. Let's try to hit Rice. Yeah, good coverage there. Oh, it's so hot. I need my AC on. What was I talking about? I was talking about something. Yeah, I guess that tournament glitch probably still going, huh? unfortunate. I guess that's what I get for throwing it in double coverage. Yeah, that card is really nice. If I had been playing, I might have gone for it. I have a ton of tournament tickets saved up. I have like 300 or 400, so it's one of these days I'm gonna go. Yeah, the defenders with neutralizers are huge. Although long pass is probably one of the ones I don't care as much about. Short pass or play action would be ideal. More safeties. I guess, is there like a shortage? I've never been like short of safeties because I've got Outwater and Ronnie Lott, Byard. I don't see any reason to replace any of them. Ronnie Lott, I guess Ronnie Lott's super rare. Byard was super easy to get, and I think he's still top tier, like god tier type safety. And Steve Atwater is insane. So I think that there's good safeties, but I guess maybe recently they just haven't released as many. I didn't really mean to pick this play, but I'm going to just throw it deep anyways. But yeah, look at that. Look at that. I mean, you got lucky, but that was double coverage. It could have been easily picked off. Pre-update to the coaches, that ball would have never even... The defenders would have never even seen that wide receiver. He was gone. What are we doing? I guess we're running. Let's see if I can get a couple more big runs in me. In me? That's not the right phrase. A couple more big runs in? Just in general. Yeah, that doesn't go anywhere. Have they not released the safety since Easter? Atwater was after Easter, right? And Rashad Jones, the juggernaut, he was after Easter. He's good. Running, that's what I want to do. I guess the back juke's not so good when you're running, when there's somebody behind you. But when you have the pursuit over the top, I like the back juke because it can make them over pursue. Honestly, and this is why I never run, is because if you get countered when you run, I feel like you're just basically screwed. You might get lucky. I've seen a couple lucky ones where you can break it big running against a counter, but I generally have not seen people have a bunch of success with that. What are you guys doing? Stop. Weirdos. The dogs are hitting like the little doorstop. And they do that when they want attention. Because it makes noise and they know you're going to like look over there. Frequency on that one, or was that just not counting? Ooh, nice spin. And I don't even have like a good system for when I call plays. Oh, goes counter. Let's go back to it. Yeah, not so great. I wouldn't call that a big gain. I'll pick up that block. He just ran right by him. That's annoying. Yeah, I feel like the blocking in this game is just too frustrating. There's just not consistency with it. And that's one of the things I guess that's always been an issue though, like with the right tackle, but not just with the offensive line, but I feel like getting out in space with blockers in front of you is just, you never know what they're going to do. Like you can sometimes kind of make them pick up blocks, but if you have a guard that pulls, like you almost never know if he's going to, pull and then continue running down the field, or if he's going to pick up the next closest blocker to him. What was that? Do we consider that a ghost counter? I guess we consider everything a ghost counter if it doesn't work, right? Since there are no ghost counters, we don't really know how to define them. So, what are we at? Let's see. Double counter. Did I already run this? Maybe. That was definitely a ghost counter. And we got nothing. I'm going back to QB draw. Going back to a big old consistent here. Nothing. We got nothing. All right. All right, I'm done with running. I'm bored with this. Let's go back to regular play calling for our last. We'll say this is the last game. Archie. Archie is our last opponent. Ugh. You want to say hi? This is Tully. All right, there you are. Say hi to Tully. I don't want kisses. No. All right, you go down. Spin all the time. Jameson, come here. She's right here. Come on. Jump up here. Ugh. There she is. She doesn't like it when I pull her in like this. There you are. You're okay. I don't want kisses either. Here. Say hi. You know? Okay. How long is bid war? Maybe like earlier in the season. I don't bid on anything anymore. But last year and earlier this year, when I was working the auction house like crazy at the start of the year. I was getting in some nasty bid wars, and I don't know, maybe like, I think I've seen like 200 bids before. Maybe that might be the highest. And it was maybe like an hour long, something like that. It's like you always play that game where like you let the clock wind down to 1 and you see who can hit it at the very end and like all sorts of crazy stuff. And then you like start hitting it as fast as you can, just play mind games with them. But there's a guy that I used to play with. I'm not sure who he's with now. His name is Dubs, and he was like the bane of one of the auction houses last season. And he played in Systematic Front for a while. He might be with MVP Ballers now. But Dubs was like infamous because he would just, that's all he did. He just played the auction house all day long. He would just bid on everything. And then as soon as anybody would bid on like anything that he had bid on, he would just like immediately get back and like start bidding on it. But Dubs was just like, every time we had a League v League match, somebody would bring up how much they hated Dubs from whatever auction house he was in. I don't remember which one. It wasn't mine, but I know that he was like the worst. And he would even talk about it. He's like, yeah, I just bid all day, and as soon as someone starts bidding on my thing, like I just bid back immediately. And he was in bid wars, I think, all day long, every day. It just bid up. It was Auction House 4. Yeah, he was like, I think at one point he was like, yeah, I will. He's like, I'll just bid just to make sure that other people don't win. He's like, but other people would bid me up. Like, other people would bid him up. And right, 4th down. Try to get fullback flare in. Good coverage. Oops. The only thing I don't like about my Pixel is because you have to slide to get the home button. It's not great for Madden because I end up hitting I end up sliding for home, like the home button, while I'm trying to juke. Doesn't happen often, but it does happen infrequently for me. 3rd and 16. Screw it. Let's go back to motion QB draw. Oh no! Run away! I can't believe I got that. Definitely shouldn't have converted that, but we got it. We're gonna go with it. All right, that took us a minute to score. That's a long drive. All right, so last drive. Anything you guys want to see? Any last minute questions before we end it? Guys, quit it. Let's go a bunch of seed crossing. I used to run this play all the time. I do get sacked quite a bit on it now. I guess maybe just defensive ends are better now, and like since the corner route takes a while for it to develop, it's not as great. Maybe that's what it is. Yeah, we can definitely match Sneh. Like I said, life's been busy for me, so as soon as I start playing more consistently and things calm down, or like next stream, we'll try to set up something for sure. But yeah, I'm gonna try to start getting in and be more consistent, playing again just as soon as I have the actual capacity to do that. Man, so I was waiting on the let's go spread out full drive. I was waiting on the crossing route there, and he got hung up. Oh, it's hard when they blitz on that play, and your tackle takes like the inside position, and they kind of come around the outside of him. It's really tough to like correct your tackle on that. What's up, Ronald? Thanks for the sub, man. All right, so this is countered, but we're going to try and go deep to Rice here. I've gotten some success with this play. He couldn't pick it up, but you can see, like, if you have enough time, that route does work. I'm just going to lob it on halfback option. I guess I should have gone back to... oh, he's not going to get it. But he did get that? Oh, my God. He must have got a super win. I thought he wasn't going to get it because he got caught behind the cornerback. And I got a fumble conversion for the 2-point conversion. Venom, what's up, dude? Thanks for the sub. All right. It was a good way to end the stream, I feel like. A couple fluke crazy plays. Really showcased the skill involved here. So, anyways, it's been fun, guys. We'll be back next week for sure, I think. What is... it's next Wednesday, the 6th. Yeah. Next Wednesday, I'll definitely be back on stream. And then I'll try to get another video out for you guys, too. If you liked the head-to-head video, I'll try to do another one of those. So, until then, I'll catch you guys on the next stream. Thanks for tuning in.